Hello YouTube, this is Tallin55 and I'm back with some more terrible Kerbal killing contraptions. Now, what I've done is that I have actually stranded, while recording a video that it will not be showing because of how terribly it ended up being, I've managed to strand Jeb out in the middle of the ocean, and the way I did this is he managed to fall from orbit and survive. So, it would be, easy. Just, I don't know, maybe click the recover button. But instead, I've decided to build a boat to recover Jeb. I built a catamaran. Its top speed is around 90 meters per second. Its safe top speed is 60 meters per second, but that's no fun, so let's go ahead and try it out. Now, in the VAB, I forgot to enable steering on the front two wheels, but that shouldn't be a problem. I'll just do it now. And as I'm going, I'll talk about my plans for my channel and the reason why I haven't recorded a video in, or rather, why I haven't posted a video in a while. The problem is that my editing software does not support my monitor aspect ratio properly. I either get high definition with the wrong aspect ratio or low definition with the proper aspect ratio. So it looks awful when I try to upload it to YouTube if either way. So I've had to switch to Blender, which has its built-in Blender, which is a 3D modeler with a built-in video editor. However, the interface for Blender is very complicated, and I've had to take a while to get used to it. I'm still not used to it. This will probably be my first video I've actually done the editing for with Blender. So, as it is, I've been not really interested in YouTube because I've had too many problems to deal with, etc., with the aspect ratio. But I'm back, and hopefully this will be, videos that I'm actually happy to put on YouTube. As it is, though, I'm just kind of gonna be. I don't really have a too clear a plan for my channel right now. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do some Kerbal Space Program and Minecraft videos. But as it is, I don't know, because until I get a reliable system for creating videos, my content is going to be pretty haphazard and not really. It'll be pretty random, and I won't have any really real series going because that takes way too much effort. My KSP career is not actually going to be happening. I'm sorry. I started immediately when 1.0 came out and then failed to record videos after that, so let's go ahead and enter the water at below 10 meters per second. Alright, we're in the water. Let's lower those gear. Raise those gear. And throttle up to 1/3 power. Let's set Jeb as a target so that we can track him down. He'll be below. Yeah, there we go. He's below the horizon because of how far away he is. But that shouldn't be a problem. We'll just aim directly above him. Alright. Looks good. I think it's time that we go pick up Jeb. We may have to circumnavigate. I say circumnavigate. We'll have to go around the end of this peninsula, but that's not a problem. This is a fast boat. Now, the problem with this boat is that if it gets going up around 80, 90, 100 meters per second, parts start to break off. And that's, rapid unplanned disassembly, and that's not on the agenda for today. So instead, we'll just time accelerate, because that'll make up for any slowness. Now, I found that ×2 and ×3 time acceleration is totally safe, but the moment you put it on ×4 time acceleration, things start to undergo rapid unplanned disassembly. So I'd just like to leave things at ×3 and just go from there, because otherwise you have problems. Alright, so this boat is fast. It's not nearly as fast as some I've seen, but it's totally fast enough to pick up Jeb in a reasonable amount of time. I mean, we're already like 128th of the way to our destination, so clearly this is a fast boat. But you know what? I'm probably gonna go ahead and edit out some of the other pieces of the video, the long travel times, etc. Anyway, so the way you build a boat is that, or maybe I'll just keep you interested by talking the whole time, if that's even possible. The way you build a boat is you put a ton of air intakes below these empty holes because if you use fuel tanks, they just don't have a high enough crash tolerance. But yeah, these all the parts below these, in fact, everything below the main hull has a crash tolerance higher than 30 meters per second, except for maybe these RCS ports, but I don't really care about them. Everything here has a crash tolerance higher than 30 meters per second, and that's good enough for the boat because, like, for example, these things are staying well above the water, and these things are staying just barely in the water. It's only the... I'm sorry. Anyway, so the most buoyant things are these empty holes and these and the air intakes, specifically the ones that used to be called vacuum scoops or whatever. Yeah, that's not too slow. Anyway, so the trick to building a boat is obviously to use a lot of those. And so it's not really all that difficult to build a boat. The problem is that if your boat is, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm kind of mumbling a lot. The difficulty to building a boat is that if you have no experience with it, you'll end up using things like fuel tanks for the not pontoons, the hulls, and that leads you to have difficulty and trouble and stuff, which is, troubling. But as it is, it took me like 2 hours to build this boat. Basically, with the finalized design, it took like... we're starting to get breaking things. Oh, never mind. It was just sound effects. Okay. Nothing was actually breaking off. It just was about to break off, which is why there was sounds of things splashing into the water. Yeah. If you ever start to hear splashing noises, it means your boat is about to break. Unless it stops accelerating. Which mine is stopping. Come on, stop accelerating. There we go. 75 meters per second. Nice and stable. Like a speedboat. Oh, you see that RCS there? That's bad. That means that it's having to struggle to keep the boat in the water, keep the boat properly oriented in the water. See, if I turn off RCS, it'll see, if I turn off RCS, it's starting to turn without my input. That's a problem. We may not have enough fuel for this. Well, stranding 2 Kerbals is just... That's just how Kerbal Space Program works. You don't need to... Stranding, yeah, that's not the problem. I mean, it's just how the game works. You can't really get around that. Crashing noises. That is amazing. It's like we're being fired at by some battleship. That's amazing. Anyway, we're ways from the KSC. In fact, I don't think I can even see those. Oh, I can see the last in the archipelago. Not bad. But as it is... Oh! Was that... Okay. They're gaining on us, Captain! Anyway, as it is, I'm rather fond of this boat. Again, it took me 2 hours. It's kind of sad. But, well, the sad part isn't that it took me 2 hours. The sad part is that I spent 2 hours working on it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn so that we don't have to turn directly at the peninsula. The Korean peninsula, as some people call it. Alright, let's get up to our top speed. Alright, see, that's what I mean. Things start to go boom. Small nose cone broke off. But we're fine! We're fine, guys, right? Valentina, see, she's just happy about this. Oh my gosh, this is actually extremely cool. Yeah, see, that seat's for Jeb. And for some reason, the seatbelt is just flying forward. Ah, well. Yeah. Oh, geez. KOS has encountered a fatal exception. Yeah, we're on the very edge of safety here, and pieces have already begun breaking off. In fact, I'm surprised that one didn't break off as well. Time acceleration is giving a false sensation of speed. If I just go down to normal speed, this is what it looks like. Yeah, not all that impressive. Oh! No, I thought that was the sound of the other one breaking off. Anyway. Yeah, so if we keep going up to top speed... Alright, well, I'm not in the mood to just drive out there with no possible idea of how long it'll take. So instead, I'm just gonna go ahead and edit out this video, edit out the actual travel segment, and I will see you when we get back to Jeb. By the way, for those of you who don't know how to use the metric system, or those of you who live in the United States, like myself, 75 or so meters per second is over 150 miles per hour. So, just for some reference, airplanes typically travel at 500 or so miles per hour. So, this is a quote-unquote fast boat. If, you know, you think that being about a third, a fourth as fast as an airplane is a fast boat. I mean, you know, if you're a reasonable person. And here we are, an hour and 13 minutes in-game time into our journey, and the moon is rising up ahead in the sky. Okay, I have just finally arrived at Jebediah's location. Initial reports from communications indicate that he's completely healthy and should have no trouble climbing up this ladder area of funness. That looks interesting. The water does interesting things to the lights from the landing gears. Anyway, so we're about to arrive at Jebediah's location. So we're 600 meters away. So I've slowed down and I'm preparing to close the distance at about 10 meters per second. That shouldn't take too long. It'll only be about a minute, obviously. And at 2 times time acceleration, it'll take a couple seconds. Alright, so, completely cutting engines, relying solely on RCS. We are about to pull up right next to Jebediah. With lights on, he shows up very brilliantly in the water, but without lights, he's very dark and impossible to see. I included electric charge generators, right? Other than the engines, right? Right. Wow. So if I were to shut down these engines... Oh, no, never mind. I do have 2 RTGs. Let's close this distance as fast as we can without running over Jeb. So Jeb is right here. We're pulling up right here. And we're just going to cut thrust. Turn off RCS. Turn off SAS. And quick save. Alright. Jeb must have been treading water for hours. It's a miracle he's still alive, having fallen from orbit. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. So, and the fact that he can climb this ladder is also very impressive. Alright. Oh my gosh, that is a very weird glitch. I'm now looking up at, I'm now looking up through the planet. See? This is why we quick save. That was a very, very, very weird glitch. I've never had anything of the like happen before. Cut thrust. Okay, Jebediah, get on board. Come on. Come on, buddy. You must be tired. I guess I should cut you some slack. Still, you've been in the water for less than a day. Well, okay, less than 24 hours. That's like, what, 4 days for you? Whoa, okay, that was odd. He let go of the ladder before I told him to. Alright. There we go. He's on board. Jeb is on board. We're quick saving. Alright. Now, where they're going to get that extra fuel from, but I think it's extremely cool that with ignoring the need for fuel, this boat can reach all the way around the planet, any body of water that is connected to the ocean. I think that's very cool. In fact, it can even drive on land with its landing gear, which I've already shown off. So, I think that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, or if you really, 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 really like my videos, please subscribe. Not that, you know, I have enough videos for there to be much need for that, but still, go ahead and subscribe if you want, and I think, as I said, that wraps up this video.